Greetings, internetizens. This is Elmerthien playing Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. In the last episode, I went back to the past. The clockman said he got attacked by some goons. Oh, and now we're at the university. But which faculty's building is this? Because I'd expect us to be at the philosophical faculty, or the professor to be there, or something historically themed, while the lady, Claire, seemed to be a physicist. Herschel, my boy, I've been looking for you. Hello, sir. Didn't you receive my notice that I was on holiday? Oh, that! Yes, everyone in order. Everything's in order there. It's something else that I need your help with. In that case, please tell me how I can be of assistance to you, sir. Lean in a bit, my boy. What I'm about to ask you, well, I wouldn't like anyone else to hear it. The thing is, I have a puzzle I simply can't work through on my own. My darling granddaughter brought it to me, but I can't for the life of me solve the blasted thing. I can see how that could be quite vexing. Vexing is putting it politely. It's hard to feel like the king of your castle and you can't even solve your grandchild's puzzle. It's a rather serious issue for me, Herschel. Is the puzzle somehow related to modern technology? It certainly sounds that way, sir. Yes, so I take it I can count on you to help me work through this thing. But of course... math. Here are some matchsticks that spell 100 move one of the matches into the garbage to display a length that is 1,000th of that size. So the M means a meter. Again, there's a difference between uppercase and lowercase when it comes to stuff like physical units. Yes.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Just as I suspected.
That you can't make a lowercase m out of matches. Oh, that's it! My granddaughter's going to flip when she hears how clever her granddad is. Well, I think this guy is doing some science that doesn't require too much math. I'm glad I could help you with your predicament, sir. Likewise. By the way, Herschel, I do have one more small favor to ask of you. Certainly. Let's keep the fact that you helped me with this puzzle between you, me, and the wall, shall we? Of course. After all, you've a reputation to maintain with your granddaughter. It will be your secret. Oh, perceptive as always. And what about you there, young man? Can you keep a secret? Of course, my lips are sealed, sir. Splendid. For that you have my thanks. One last thing, Herschel. There's a young lady in your office. She said she's waiting for you. I see. Oh, you must be talking about Flora. You might be getting the wrong flower. I thought it was Rosetta. Somebody's napping. Not the best view? Well, I suppose not all universities are in the cool historical center. Some are in the modern part of the city, at the end of a subway line. Or at a place that was only recently the end.
Hi there, Flora. You two have got some nerve leaving me alone while you go off on another adventure.
Now, Flora, you know that wasn't our intention at all. While we were out investigating one issue, an even more troublesome matter arose.
What kind of troublesome matter?
Time travel!
We couldn't have seen it coming, Flora. Honest. Really? Of course, we wouldn't have left you behind on purpose.
Yeah, it would be cool to have another person on our adventure.
Luke is quite right. Do forgive us for our oversight.
Well, okay, just this once. But you two had better not leave me alone again.
Of course not.
What's done is done, so I guess there's no point in my stewing over it. You two must be awfully tired from all that running around. I just made a pot of tea. I'll go fetch it. Did you just make a promise to Flora? I believe I made. And unfortunately, this is one promise I fear I may have to break. Professor, that's terrible! Not to mention very unlike you to go back on your word. Well, I didn't see you doing anything to dissuade the poor girl from coming with us. Besides, you know our current case is fraught with danger. I don't want her to get hurt. So why are you taking Luke with you? Anyway, we need to finish our work here so we can find the inspector. We'd best move quickly. Is this gonna be like the party split they had in Voyager with the grayscale Captain Proton thingy? I suppose you're right, Professor. Alright then, what are we looking for here? Somewhere in my office is a leather-bound notebook with a yellow note sticking out of it. Do you think you can help me find it? Aye, Professor. I'm on the case. Spare her. Is this the notebook we were talking about? Why, yes, it is. Let's see. Information concerning the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research. Did you put this notebook together, Professor? I did, piece by piece. Sadly, most of its contents have been removed. The music, acted weird a bit. Whoa, they aren't kidding! Most of the pages have been torn out. It's been a while since I opened it last. Let me see. At At least the newspaper clippings are intact. When exactly are all these articles from, Professor? I'll explain more on the bus. But for now, we need to get out of here before Flora returns. Just take her with you. Don't make her do the adventuring alone. She's our constant good heart. She punches robots in her spare time, probably. Or rips them to shreds. Well, maybe not ripping robots to shreds, but she probably has her own adventures. Voila! I thought you might be hungry, so I made some little cucumbers and... Oh dear, where did they go? Is there any cool stuff there? Flora will see us if we go back there. I thought there might be some puzzles. Oh hey, Mr. L. Where are you rushing off to now? There's no time to talk. We're in the midst of an important investigation. What are you investigating? How an ancient civilization died? In case you didn't notice, Shorty, I was talking to the professor just then. We're following a lead in our investigation. Gotcha, but could I just have a second of your time before you go? Didn't you hear the professor? We're in a hurry, lady. Listen, Pipsqueak, you may think you're the professor's spokesman, but you aren't, okay? Didn't just call me a Pipsqueak. Now, calm yourself. We have time to hear her out. What can I do for you, Rosita? Translate some stuff? Oh, I knew you'd come through for me, Prof. See, I've got this puzzle I just can't find the answer to. Could you help a girl out? A puzzle, you say? I think we might be able to offer some assistance. Let's have a look. If all you wanted was some help with a puzzle, you could have just said it so from the start. Hidden message is revealed when one of the blocks replaces the box marked question mark. Tap the letter that corresponds to the correct block. Now, what do they look like? Layton!
That should do the trick. Just as I suspected.
Hey, she seems to idolize the professor. Thank you so much, Professor. Watching you in action always takes my breath away. Get some sleep. Your face looks like you're tired. Think nothing of it, Rosetta. I hope to see you next week. Keep up the good work on your paper. You bet, Professor. I'm looking forward to hours of private instruction. Papyrus training with Undyne vibes here. But with more competence, hopefully. Oh, but next time we meet, you should leave your little friend at home. He might distract me from my studies. I shouldn't say bad things about your students, Professor, but she's definitely not on my honor roll. to Scotland Yard. But what about the other stuff? There's only 2 places to go. About the notebook we picked up at your office, Professor. Exactly what explosion were you researching? It all happened several years ago, when you were very small. 2 scientists working in a physics lab unwittingly caused an explosion during an experiment. The explosion devastated the surrounding area. That must have been all over the news. You think so, don't you? However, though many perished in the blast, few records of the accident remain. What happened? It's something I'm still trying to figure out for myself. But answer me this. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear of an explosion? The explosion of Dr. Stanton's time machine, of course. That was my first thought as well. I have a strong suspicion that these 2 incidents are connected. Why is that? Isn't it somewhat expected for failed physics experiments to explode? Well, it's nothing more than a hunch, so I really can't say more right now. Oh, Professor, this is our stop. Here we are at Scotland Yard. There's no time to waste. We need to find the inspector. Oh, Midland Road is another stop. So what if I investigate a bit there? Oh, it's you again. Where are you heading now, small fry? I can't say. It's a secret. Well, I was going to offer you a puzzle, but you look like you're in a hurry, so forget about it. What's that? You've got a puzzle that needs solving? Woohoo! I've got your attention now, don't I? There are 3 sheets of transparent plastic with different patterns painted on them. If you layer them correctly, a checkerboard pattern appears. The order in which you layer them is important. You can flip or rotate the sheets. Which sheet goes on the bottom? I don't wanna cover the blue ones here. These are all good. I don't like these yellow ones. You cover it with the blue here. You cover the yellow here with the blue here.
How about this? No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Splendiferous job! You're talking like that one guy from Ace Attorney. The guy with the purple hair. Rather light purple, I might add. No, you're not in enough of a hurry to get on the railroad immediately. Oh, we also got Greg the parrot. He loves gems. I got reminded of that when I picked up the phone. Welcome to Scotland Yard, headquarters of the London Police. How may I be of service to you? We're here to see Inspector Chelmy. Would you please let him know we'd like to speak with him? Unfortunately, the inspector is terribly busy right now. What's more, I have strict orders to issue this puzzle to all visitors. In recent years, the city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city where there is a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year.
I've got a good feeling about this one. Just as I suspected.
That's correct, all right. Tremendous work as usual, Professor Layton. Oh, do you two know each other? Of course, that is, I know the professor. How could any self-respecting puzzle nut not know the name of Layton? I'm a huge fan. I assume the puzzle I just solved was one of your own design. You got me there. I just couldn't pass up the chance to have the Professor Layton solve my puzzle. I'll call ahead to let the inspector know you were coming. His office is just up those stairs on the second floor. Thank you very much. Oh, it's Barton. Not sure if they have scones to go with the tea. They might have cookies. Right, is there anything new in the... Yeah, there's new stuff in the journal. We got the notebook, which has been damaged. Flora is seething with silent rage. Maybe not silent, but just cold fury. She also yearns for adventure. And nothing like a nice cup of tea to soothe the jangled nerves. Good day, Barton. Good day to you, sir. Barton, you wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here. I don't see him here either. I was led to believe he was here, in his office. Yes, he was. Then he got up and left. It was all very sudden. I too am puzzled by his sudden disappearance. Barton, I sincerely hope you're not spreading misinformation about me. I just told you that I needed to pop downstairs to see the commissioner. Yes, you did say that, sir. Use your ears, Constable. You'll never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen. Greetings, Inspector. Apologies for not saying hello, Layton. What a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office. Forgive the sudden intrusion, Inspector. I heard that you're leading the investigation into the Prime Minister's disappearance. I am. And as it's you I'm speaking with, I'll be quite candid. This case has me completely baffled. Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, not one blasted lead to work with. Since you were there, I might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat. I was questioned the day of the incident, but maybe our chat will uncover some new theories. We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred. Yes, I certainly was. And you must believe, as I do, that there was no way anyone could have survived that blast. They would be turned into pink mist. Not that quack stun gun, not his stuff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister. But what confounds me is that not a single trace of the lock remains. No meat goo on the sidewalk. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, we've canvassed the whole place and haven't found a thing related to the victims. No bodies, no clothing, and no shoes. Not even so much as a pocket watch or ring. All we recovered from the scene was the 10 tons of scrap metal that used to be the machine. No people, though. There were 8 of them, sir. What? Did you just say something, Constable? There were 8 of them, sir. 8 people vanished. Ah, yes. According to eyewitness reports, 8 people vanished from the scene. The group consisted of Stanka, a handful of his assistants, and the Prime Minister. Now, how in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick. Don't worry, Inspector. From what I've heard, the Prime Minister is still alive. Maybe not in this time. Now, young Rook, be a good lad and keep quiet, alright? The adults are having a serious conversation here. If you're bored, I'll let you and Barton go play in the hall. Inspector, I assure you Rook isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawks is alive. What? Well, don't leave me here scratching my head like a fool. Explain, Layton. Before I do, I must ask a favor of you first. And what would that be? polydimensional research institute 10 years ago. Wouldn't multidimensional be better or unified? What did you just say? If the if the voice recording is sucky again, it's because my dad is hugging the best recording setup in the house. And the mic here is amplified to the max, but it's not getting much volume in Audacity. That what kinda spiked, but it wasn't a big spike. I'll take that as a yes. It is imperative that I see any and all case files on that incident. You just might be onto something here, Layton. What do you know? Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case and this old one are linked in some way. I'd like to help. Really, I would. Those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting his hands on those. I see. I have hoped a man of your status might have the influence necessary to acquire those documents. Unfortunately, it seems I may have hoped for too much. I'm sorry to have asked the impossible. Wait just a moment, Layton. I might be able to get you access to the case file. Excellent. I would be extremely grateful for that. Just one thing, though. Those documents don't come for free. I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts. Of course, once I've seen the documents, and I'm sure my theory is sound, every detail will be yours. Is Sherlock Holmesing again, withholding the information from his Watson, and thus the audience. Barton, head down to the archive room and find these old files. Tell them you're there on my orders. Right away, sir. Those files can't leave the archive, but you can read them there. Head downstairs past the lobby into the basement. Much appreciated, Inspector. Doesn't it a puzzle? Oh, something about Barton getting chewed out. Hello? Welcome to the archive. I've gathered all the files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. These documents are all mildewy and covered in dust. These files are off limits to most people. You're the first to touch them in a long time. I see. But couldn't you keep this place air-conditioned against mold? Hand some of those over and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret, after all. Of course, I understand. Wait just a bit longer. finish up here soon. I sure hope this isn't a make-your-own villain plot. No, it seems like the inspector is always yelling at you. Don't you ever get tired of it? It's not so bad. Sure, he scolds me, but only when he has good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh, I make a lot of mistakes, so I get yelled at a lot. He's always telling me I like insights on cases and don't pay attention, which is completely understandable. I just get distracted and then I make mistakes. Chin up, Barton. Everyone makes mistakes. Heck, I make them all the time. I goof off pretty bad sometimes. Why, just the other day, I found myself in the most ridiculous predicament. But did you say the wrong phrase of autopilot and wish the train station cashier a good night? You need to get your car into the parking spot marked by the flag in the middle of the grid. You can only enter the spot from inside. When you encounter an X, you must turn left or right. When you encounter a circle, you must continue going straight. Your car is a bit of a clunker. You can't go into reverse. Not here. This place is off limits. I'll work backwards and did some elimination again.
This one's as good as solved. I knew it!
You have to circle all the way and do loops in the corners. Oh, wonderful work, Luke. I bet you never give the professor any cause to yell at you. The professor isn't a yelling kind of person. Well, he's not really the... wrong voice! Well, he's not really the yelling type. But it's true, I never let a puzzle go unsolved. I've got his reputation to protect. Oh dear, I never considered the possibility that my goof-ups would harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Barton. What's most important is to try your best. If only I could convince the inspector to see things that way. Look, come here. I think I found what we came here for. What is it, Professor? That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find out, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident the Prime Minister's still alive. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps. Let's bring this discussion to the inspector. You want some delicious tea? Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? Did indeed. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago? Yes, I was there. Ages ago it was. I remember I had just been promoted to assistant inspector. I see. And do you remember the name of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me now. My man's name was Allen. Dimitri Allen. He was half Russian. Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of the lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the buildings next door. One building. Strangely enough, though, I think both of the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative, Inspector. Good, because I've got a few questions of my own now. How do you think this old case relates to my current one? This is just a theory. But I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland. You mean to say he's being held captive in another country? Well, maybe the time travel isn't real. But are you saying it's a teleporter? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe. But I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future. So, yeah. There's still a time travel. If this is your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you will be among the first to know. Come, let's be off. Oh, wait right here! I have that deal. Surely you've got more for me than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now please excuse us. Return to the clock shop then. Probably check out the rest of the city. I mean, rest of this particular location in the meantime. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Gog's waiting for us. What? I did the wrong voice again. Okay, Professor. Oh, that's Scotland Yard. I wanna go somewhere else. But I want her to go on the adventure. I suppose we have to head back to future London now, huh? What's the matter? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean no. As long as I don't have to do it alone. Of course not. I'll be right here with you. First on the agenda is heading to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, right? That's right, and if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well. Do you think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything's possible. Look, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it would be best for you to remain here in our town. What kind of apprentice would I be if I left you to face danger all alone? Of course I'm going too. Well, trying to leave both of your apprentices behind. What mischief did you two get yourselves into? Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about. He's broken. Where's Bruno, the tower guy? Often someone's was playing with rats and mumbling to himself or making prophecies of doom. No point playing innocent, boy. Old Stash and Scarfen knows more than you think. I might be slightly obscure, but I do have eyes, you know. And these eyes can see that dwarf's rat on your tail. I don't follow. Say no more, boy. Just know that I'm always on your side. If you call me, I'll come running. Oh, thanks, I guess. Well, we ought to be off now. I have the feeling that things are about to get interesting. Look, do you remember the secret knock Big Rook used when we last tried to enter the clock shop? Of course, allow me, Professor. Come on in. Welcome back, Professor. Sorry to keep you waiting. Where is Cook, by the way? Oh, same place as always. In the back, tinkering with the clock. Welcome back, you two. I take it you found the information you were after. We did. Hopefully Luke's not tired of waiting for us back in the future. Yes, we mustn't keep young sir waiting. Zelda or Outlander time travel? Young sir? Oh, did I just call Luke, sir? Has he been officially knighted? Probably not. Sorry, it's an old habit from being in the service industry. My mind's just not as sharp as it used to be, you know. I make mistakes like that often. Someone's at the door. You can't just force your way onto private property. It's illegal, not to mention ungentlemanly. I'm no gentleman. I'm an officer of the law, and I'm here on an important investigation. What's Inspector Shelby doing here? You tailed us, didn't you, Inspector? Be that as it may, Spring is right. Forcing your way in here is quite rude. Are you joining us for the adventure? Say what you will, Layton. The fact remains that our Prime Minister is missing. And if I have to crash a few parties to find him, then that's how it has to be. But we weren't throwing a party in here. And I'll keep crashing them until you lay your cards on the table, Layton. All of them. I can't believe you, Professor. And you too, Luke. Flora! You two ran off and left me on my own again. And after I made you those nice cucumber sandwiches. Flora, please try to understand. We just didn't want to put you in a dangerous situation. I don't buy it. The real reason you won't take me is because you think I'll get in the way. Yeah, we don't want you stealing all the kills. No, that's not it at all. Flora, you have to understand. You could be put in harm's way. It's for your safety that I don't know anyone else in this town. What am I supposed to do when you two run off? Do you have a home here? Where you can sit down and read books or play video games? Stare at the wall? Oh, now that's really fun. And by really fun, I mean not fun at all. When you put it that way, I can see where you're coming from. Now, listen here. Layton, I think the girl has a point. You may be leaving her behind out of concern, but it doesn't mean much if it upsets her so. Inspector, you two? Yes, Circle, but we've got to get this show on the road. We can't keep waiting any longer. I have to start her up now. But there are several people here who have nothing to do with the matter at hand. People to help us. As far as I'm concerned, the more people we've got, the merrier. That's ridiculous. I beg you to reconsider. Sorry, Professor. We've got to go. Hold on, everyone. Hold on? What for? Okay, and off the line. Everyone out. Ahead. What in the world just happened? My stomach's doing backflips again. What was all that? Step outside and see for yourself, Inspector. That should serve as a sufficient explanation. I don't know what you're getting at, but fine. Barton, let's step outside. Yeah, this is some... We have some people to help us fight the Mafia. Just a moment, sir. I'm feeling a touch queasy. Actually, make that quite queasy. Pull yourself together, Constable. We're going out. Please don't jostle me. I'm feeling a bit green. Are you okay, Flora? It was a rather shaky trip. I'll say, time travel really takes it out of you. I'm a bit dizzy. No, someone catch her! Seems you've got your time travel in place, Professor. You don't look shaken at all. I suppose I'm getting used to it, though I can't say I find the process pleasurable. Yes, squeezing yourself through a vortex in time and coming out the other side can be draining. You're making the time vortex sound like the Amygdala fault. Anyway, you probably want to get going, but come see me if you ever need to return to the present. You're a good man. We'd be glad to help you out. Anytime. Thank you, Paul. If we need anything, we'll be sure to let you know. Looks far too easily breakable. Spring, did you happen to see where the inspector and the constable went off to? They ran out the front door. They're in a real surprise out there. Thanks for fixing that door problem. We're short-staffed here, so help is always appreciated. Layton? What's all this? What happened to London? We're still in London, Inspector. We've just been transported 10 years into the future. But this is possible, isn't it? Or is it possible, Layton? The broken High Command has decided that time travel is not fair and illogical. One thing is for certain. We're no longer in the London we know. Well, there will be time for debate once my work is done. I seem to recall you're saying something about the Prime Minister being trapped in the future, yes? Yes. I'm by no means certain, but it remains a definite possibility. Well then, what are we standing around here for? The hunt is on, Barton. We're off to find the Prime Minister. You know, Inspector, we may have better luck tracking him down if we work together in this case. That's enough from you, Layton. The fact remains that you're a civilian. I'll handle this on my own. Are you feeling any better, Barton? Yes. No. Where am I? You're in the future. This is London 10 years in the future, Barton. My. No need to fret, Barton. Everything is fine. Don't worry about me, alright? The inspector is here. You and your friends are safe. We'll be fine. Exactly. Back to the clock. Where's the other oak, Professor? Now that you mention it, we never decided on a meeting place. Perhaps it's time to pay Shipway a visit. Of course, he can get in touch with the group. Shall we head over to the arcade restaurant then? Oh, it's you again. Well, look, who's back? Mr. Stockenstatter? The one and only. Who's your feathered friend there? Oh, you mean Greg? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Bird. Say, I think as you're a dependable bunch, I've got a favor to ask. Lately, I can't get enough of mushrooms, especially this one little red delectable variety. But it's to us. If a hologram can eat those tools, there are holographic tools. That's where you come in. I'd like you to seek out one of those fine fungi and bring it round to me. A little delectable red mushroom. I haven't a clue where we can pick up those. Greg knows. Greg will go grab it. Now that's the kind of can-do attitude I like, Bird. Are you really up to the task? Greg is no regular bird. This should be a snip for him. He can take requests. Let's deliver the robot some shrooms. Oh wait, I was skipping too much. Police documents. I got my platforming rules mixed up. I knew you were just the fellow for the job. This is a perfect specimen. Specimen! She'll just go on like that and you'll become a fine deliverer. People will love you. Love me? Delivery! Delivery! Alright, but let's end for now and see you guys next time.